and welcome to episode 33 of Tales from Midnight Diary. My name is Gemma and I am coming to you as always from my home in Kent, where I live with my husband, my animals and my little boy. I've got about 10-15 minutes maybe to sit down and have a chat with you, and I was having a chat with my friend Marcus this morning about podcasting and schedules and things like that, and we were talking about like schedules and the stress of trying to keep to one, and I thought, you know what, if you've just got something that you want to talk about and you're excited about, just sit down, record the podcast. Who cares if it's not perfect, if it's not streamlined and in the right order and all the rest of it. So here I am. So welcome if you are a new viewer trying out the podcast for the first time. I'm the dyer, designer, tutor, maker behind the Midnight Diary. I don't know why I paused and had to think about the title of my business there, but there we are. And I come here every so often on apparently a schedule but not a schedule to talk about what I have been making. I knit, I crochet, I sew, I dye yarn, I dabble in various things. There's no dabbling this week, but I wanted to come on today because I'm just really excited about some projects and I just want to share them with you. I thought, yeah, let's go for it, let's share. Here we go. Okay, so this is going to be really interesting because I don't have my glasses on because the glare is really bad and it just annoys me. So I'm going to try and talk to you about these things, and I can't see what I'm doing, so this could be fun. But while I'm just sort of having a think and getting my brain in gear, how are you? It feels like it's been ages. I know it's only been 2 weeks. It's Sunday the 12th of March. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to be able to podcast this side of East Anglia Yarn Festival, but how are you? Have you had snow where you are? We've had snow in March. Like, what? It's not the first time we've had snow at a weird point of year, but anyway, it's just got me wanting to knit all the things, to cast on all the things, and I think it's like, for me, it's like a revolt against the fact that we seem to be plunging back into winter at the time where traditionally you would think of March as being the start of springtime, lambing season, new beginnings. So I'm going to start all the new things anyway. So the world's gone, the weather's gone a bit mad here in England and the UK at the moment. So I'm going to make all the things and start all the new things instead. So how are you? Hope you are staying safe and warm, and I hope you are making all the things. You're having a great weekend. Let's start with, do let me know in the comments below. Let's start with the finished object. Now I only have one of them here because the other one I've left upstairs, and this one's slightly soggy because there's a tale to tell. But I did finish Robin's My First Regia socks. I will try and put a picture in of the second one to prove there are indeed 2. He's actually been wearing them. Actually, I could put this picture of him wearing them, which if you're on Instagram, you might already have seen. I shared them as the Yarn Dispensary, which is my day job. I am the manager of a local yarn store, the Yarn Dispensary in Faversham, and I love it. This has just been through the wash on a 40, and you're probably sort of going at your screen saying, what are you doing, Gemma? Why are you washing it in the machine at 40? He was sick on it, basically. I said last week he'd been in a mood. I'm not going to complain anymore because, like, fate, the universe, whatever, is just going to go, have some of this, honey. Have some of this action. Yeah, so it's fresh out the machine. It's almost dry, actually. It's a good thing about wool. And yeah, I thought these would be way too big, but actually they fit him really well. So it's My First Regia, which is a collaboration between Regia and Peyton's Baby Smiles, I think. So I used 1 and a bit balls of yarn because 25 grams, which is the size ball they come in, isn't actually quite big enough for a pair of socks for my little boy anymore. And they do actually fit him really well, and he wore them to get his new shoes. He's got his second pair of shoes this week. It's just growing up so fast. Anyway, so there are 2 of those. So I have a finished object. Things have dried up a bit on the finishing front for a while. And I'm going to do that thing that podcasters do, which is like, you finish a sock, what do? You start a sock. But in my case, it is pretty relevant because I was actually, oh, where's the other one? Hold on a second. Right, no idea if I'm in the same position as I just was, but let's go with it. Yeah, so in my case, the next day I was teaching, it was the 5th of March, and I was teaching my sock structure course on the Sunday. And so I needed to cast a sock on to demonstrate one of the methods of knitting in the round. So on Sunday, I knit this little beadie. You'll see there's a difference between the two. The sizes are actually the same, but the difference is this time, as well as using the Baby Smiles, which is this one this time, blues and greys, I also used, I think this is Dusty Miller from West Yorkshire Spinners 4-ply. I bought a ball of that to do contrast heels. Do you like my nails? Making an actual effort this week. Are you impressed? Yeah, I'm impressed. I'll be impressed even if you're not. What was I saying? I've just distracted myself because I've painted my nails. How ridiculous. Here, Dusty Miller for heels. No, that's a cuff, heel and toe. Because I want to get this out of one ball. I don't want lots of odd balls of the Baby Smiles hanging around. So I figured if I did cuffs, heels and toes. Everyone wants to say heels, toes and cuffs, don't they? But that's not even in any sort of order. I mean, if I did contrast heels, toes and cuffs, then I figured I might get it out. And I love the kind of like almost like sports sock type patterning that I'm getting with this one. It's so cute, isn't it? So I finished that one, and then last night at the hospital, as we were at the hospital again, cast on the second sock. So I've got the cuff done, and I am part way down the leg. So they're not going to match. They're going to be sort of sisters, not twins, but I'm almost at the point of doing the heel. So that was quite quick. I probably could have got that done overnight at the hospital, but I did actually curl up. They brought me a blanket, they were really sweet, and curled up on a chair to try and sleep a little bit. Robin's fine, but he was quite poorly last night, and 111 was like, yeah, you need to take him in. So we did. So sock done, sock on the go. There has been progress. There was actually progress today, and I'm very excited by this progress. I'm in the middle of a row. When I was chatting with Marcus this morning, I dug out Robin's leggings. These are the William leggings from the Bo Peep Pure book by West Yorkshire Spinners, and I'm using West Yorkshire Spinners Bo Peep Luxury Baby DK, which is a 52-48 blend of merino and nylon. And as you can see, I did the legs, and I've been working up the crotch of the leggings for what feels like 6 million years. Like, the legs were really quick, and I thought, oh great, I just need to do that bit and then the waistband and we're done. It's taken forever. And the more something seems to take forever, the more I find myself resenting the project and not wanting to work on it. I don't know if that resonates with any of you. I also don't know what's happening to this seat. I seem to be sinking into the sofa, but there, I'm just going whoop down your screen. Anyway, major excitement. I reached the required 17 centimetres. Yes, I did. And that means that I'm doing the final setup row now, and then I'm going to switch needles and do the rib. So maybe next time I podcast, there'll be little pictures of little Robin wearing his little leggings, and by which time we'll be in the middle of a heat wave, because this is the UK, and that's what happens because our weather system has a sixth sense of humour. So yeah, they're really super cute. I mean, it's not the best knitting I've ever done. There's a random sort of bit where I appear to have twisted the stitches. I think that's when I was taking the legs off hold, to be honest. And there's going to be mattress stitching involved, quite a lot of mattress stitching, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. But anyway, they're nearly done. So I was really virtuous because I'm excited about 2 new things. Oh, you know the cushion I was showing you the other day? That's almost finished, but it's just basically more stripes, so I'm not going to drag that out right now. I'm not excited about that, you see. I'm excited about new cast-ons. I have no business casting on anything new. I have slightly more business than I did, you know, when we first met, and I had like 20 things on the go, but still. I have been wanting to make the Soho blouse since Laura of Penrose Knits first shared that she was going to be testing it. It is so beautiful. I love a V-neck. I love a cosy floofy jumper. Not that I've ever knit a jumper in floof before. And it's garter stitch. I mean, what's not to love? It is slightly see-through. That's not a problem. It's a sort of chuck it over the top thing. So I bought the pattern because I had in stash, I say in stash, I brought it home from work to do a sampling, and I couldn't quite find the right one. I mean, there's a book from Rowan, this is Rowan Yarns, there's a book called the Blogger's Edit in Kid Silk Haze, and the pattern's beautiful. But the one I was considering doing was this gorgeous cable jumper with slightly puffed shoulder sleeves. Really, really beautiful, kind of modern and classic in it together. But it required 2.75 and 3.75mm needles. I would be here until I retired, I think, if I tried to do that. And then this one, I thought, oh, but you know, shouldn't I use the Rowan pattern for the Rowan yarn? And is this going to be too simple? And but I'm actually going to get it done, and I'm going to love it. And I think my customers, who quite often feel a little bit nervous of doing something like cables, would look at that and go, hey, I can do that. It's a funny story of this. Anyway, I'm going to probably start coughing during this bit because, you know, I said to you last time that I was poorly, and I've been poorly. I now have an inhaler. Doctor prescribed it to try and help me. He said the fact you're coughing and struggling to breathe so much implies you're having some sort of like asthma attack type thing. You've got some issues. We'll give you an inhaler, see how you get on. And I found it really useful, particularly at night. But weirdly enough, when I've been at work, I'm going to start coughing. I've discovered myself coughing a lot more, and it's hit me that actually it's the yarn fibres. I have never ever been sensitive to yarn fibres at all. I've never quite understood it when people have gone, oh, you know, the floof gets up my nose. It doesn't happen to me. But I'm really sensitive to it now, to the point that I was flicking through the Rowan shade cards, because we're really lucky we've got the fringe shade cards. Not many shops have those, but we have. To choose my colourways for the order that I'm doing to top up all our yarns ready for summer. And even those little fringes, I was having coughing fits. I needed my inhaler. So therefore, it stands to reason that I did not cast this on, and I put it away, and I did something sensible that wouldn't aggravate my chest and my throat. You could hear it started to go, can't you? So what did I do? I came home last night and I cast on the sweater. It's an itty bitty bit of sweater. I'm only 24 rows in, but you can see if I hold it the right way around. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this because of the lighting, but just there you can see like the faux seam over my hand, which is done with slip stitches. Ever so clever. And what I'm doing is I'm building. Let's just seal the deal, shall we, and have an asthma attack. So it's here, and so I'm building the V-neck and the back of the yoke at the moment. So I've got to do another 80 rows, I think, before I finished the yoke, and I can start doing the bit for the body and then be in the position to put stitches on hold for the sleeves. I am obsessed with this. I needed to use my inhaler a lot last night, but I mean, it's the beauty of having the inhaler. It means I can do it. And just look at that halo. It's so pretty. And the Kid Silk Haze has changed. It's used to have a core that really perfectly matched the dye of everything else, but the core doesn't seem to be taking it quite the same now. But you've almost got this kind of mild effect, which actually I really like. So that is the Soho blouse, and I just want to knit on it. That was one evening's work, so people will be faster than me and be sat here going, well, that's not a lot, Jem, but that was quite good for me because I've been very tired lately. I'm so excited about it. It is simple, it is meditative. The 8-row stitch repeat, which I'm doing for the yoke, is actually quite easy to memorise, although I have been ticking it off as I go because, like I said, tired. Take a drink every time I say I'm tired or sleep deprived. It used to be that I'm excited, now it's tired or sleep deprived. So that's that. And that's what I'm going to spend my evening working on tonight. However, something else has happened today, Sunday 12th March. A new pattern has been released. It is the Sibling sweater, which has been designed by the lovely Laura of Penrose Knits. I love her designs. They are classic and suitable for everyone and really well thought through with lots of little details that I love. I haven't knit any of them yet, I've just admired them. But the Sibling sweater is a striped sweater with beautiful details on with regards to the decreases and the striping. And she's done her samples in like an oatmeal colour and a bold colour. But my lovely friend Jude of Stranded Dye Works sent me a yarn care package yesterday. Basically, these are ones that they are slight seconds. I don't know how. Don't ask me what the second is about them. Couldn't tell you. And time was he would donate these to his cat. The cat sadly is no longer with us. So I am the new cat bed, and I'm quite happy about this arrangement. This gorgeous squishy yarn parcel arrived yesterday, and tumbling out of it were these 4 50-gram skeins, I believe they're 50-gram skeins, of double knitting weight yarn in 2 colourways. So this is kind of like a bright Christmassy red. I'm not sure, I think this might have been the red that went with Gingerbread House. Can't remember the name. And then this one I believe is Red Velvet. So that might be Poinsettia and that might be Red Velvet. And I was looking at it, and then up comes Instagram and Laura sharing that it's release day for her pattern, and I suddenly thought, stripy sweater for Robin. So you can see I've already untwisted one skein because you know what I'm planning on doing next. I'm going to wind them, I'm going to buy the pattern, I'm going to cast it on, and I'm just so excited. And I need to knit fast because he's growing fast. I've had a really good week. I mean, he's been poorly, but he's got over his hand, foot and mouth. He went back to nursery. I don't know if I told you that's what he had, but that's what he had, it turns out. So he's gone back to nursery and he had his first haircut. I will put a little before and after picture for you to see. I can't. Yeah, sorry if you're not interested. I'm going to show you anyway. And then we went to Clark's to get his new shoes. He's inherited his mama's wide feet, and certainly for the first few years I want him to have proper shoes, properly fitted. I was very lucky that I did, and so we're doing the same for him. And he was so excited to have his new shoes after his new haircut, and it's just like, where's my baby gone? Yeah, so I need to get knitting, and quickly. Whew. What else to tell you? So last night, wow, I'd been at work all day, getting ready for East Anglia Yarn Festival, ticking loads of boxes. I had meetings, had so many meetings this week. We had the rep from Katia Yarns come in, Stuart, he's so lovely. He came in. Oh, hi! I have a little tiny co-host joining me for the last bit of this. He's fresh out the bath, and Daddy's gone for a well-earned lie down because we did end up at the hospital all night last night. Uh-oh, yeah, precisely. Are you gonna go play? Okay, go play. So anyway, I was talking to you about the meeting. So I had Katia Yarns in, came to sit and stitch night because it's basically the only time he could pin me down. I was the one who wanted to meet. I want to stock the yarns in the shop, but I've been really busy. And it was really good fun. He talked about all the different yarns and the bases and the processes, and passed it all round to my sit and stitchers, and they helped choose. So we've selected, oh, bonk, he's just selected 5 new yarns to launch for this year, so that's coming in. And then the next day we had Search Press come in for a meeting, because Search Press and the Yarn Dispensary are collaborating. We're sharing a stand at East Anglia Yarn Festival. He's currently sliding his little, not quite Duplo, not quite Lego, the in-between, sliding the little people down the tripod. Oh, please don't knock it over. Anyway, come here, buddy. Come here. Come show everyone. Is that your person? Your little person? Who's that? Is that your little person? It's my little person. This is your little person. Yeah. So we're sorting out things for the show for East Anglia Yarn Festival, which is the 18th and 19th of March. Do you want to get down? Okay, down you go. Off you go. Go play. Want to play with the tripod. Okay, this could go wrong. Oh, here we go. I'm going to hold on to it with one hand. So now it looks like I'm holding a selfie stick. So yeah, we're launching Anna Nikoporovich's new book at the festival on the 18th and 19th of March. There are still tickets available on the Sunday at the time of recording. I believe there may be some. Hello. Oh, no, it's all right. You go lie down. Go lie down. Bless him. Mr. Midnight's such a trooper. I'm not sure if there are any for the Saturday. I will look and put it down in the doobly-doo. I'll also try and put a link for buying the tickets as well. But if you can get there, please come. It's going to be amazing. There are so many amazing vendors. So yeah, and Anna's going to be launching her book. She's going to be my booth buddy for the weekend, and it's really, really exciting. So yeah, I think just ticking a load of things off my list and feeling a bit like now the cat is rubbing his head against the tripod. Oh my goodness! This was such a wasn't polished, but it was pretty good as a podcast. Now I've got a baby walking around it. A cat is weaving in and out of the tripod. The tripod, by the way, is broken. I snapped it last week, so you're balanced precariously. Oh my God. Hey. Marcus and I were saying that the kind of slightly chaotic podcasts are sometimes the best. So I'm going for podcast of the month here. Oh dear. Yeah, so I gave myself permission basically to cast on the things and just enjoy it. And it's funny, isn't it, that it was not being able to work in Floof that made me go, do you know what? I'm going to cast it on. Did you just walk into the sofa? Yeah? Did you? Did you just walk into the sofa? Do you want up? Do you want up? Woo! Down, baby, down. Oh my God. So anyway, that's what I'm excited about this week. That's what's really getting me infused. New cast-ons, new designs. I would love to know what's getting you excited right now. Share it with me below, please. What are you excited about? What should I be excited about? What's just filling your cup at the moment? Woo! It's you. You can't see you because we've got the proper camera on. Hi. You gonna play? Hello. Oh, this kid has just farted. Right. Okay. I really can't concentrate. I can't do this. I had a really good ending originally on the podcast and it's all gone a bit bonkers. But yeah, anyway. As I said, love to know what's got you excited at the moment, and hopefully this ending hasn't been too chaotic. I might try and record it again in a second. Or I might not. And this is what it is. There probably won't be a podcast this week because I've got obviously work and then doing prep for the show and then going to the show and doing the show. I didn't apply to be an official podcaster because I didn't want to put myself under that sort of pressure when I'm running the stand for two businesses that are not mine. So yeah, so we'll just see how it goes basically. I might do a little vlog. I was really proud of the vlog I did last year, so we shall see. Anyway, if you are coming to East Anglia Yarn Festival, let me know below. I would absolutely love to see you. Come and see us, stand 46. We are near the food, basically. So we're in the middle aisle, near the food, big double stand. You won't be able to miss us. Me and Anna and Helen will not be able to wait to meet you and greet you. And yeah, we're going to have a fantastic weekend. And for those of you who can't make it, I love you. Have a great couple of weeks and I'll see you very soon. Bye.